Oh, good morning. It's the collective. Hold on, I'm gonna mute this. We've got a bit of mic issues today. We're still live streaming because it's almost easier to live stream than to not live stream. Because if we catch a banger trud, it's gonna be a. Wish I would have live streamed it, but the mic issue is kind of annoying. So 6 minutes late to the open. I mean, if you watch it, it's obviously something over our voice, and it's like very deep. And I have no clue what it is. It was high pitched at one point, and it was like choppy. This is legit just like a filter, and I've not put anything on to try and filter it ever. Graydon's gonna run you through the analysis. I gotta do a bit of note taking and whatnot on where we're sitting. I might have a different view than him market wise. I kind of want to see these highs taken.
So, I mean, we had overnight, we got expansion higher, took out previous day's high.
Try and explain it in a way that's like you can visualize, so I don't need to shift the chart because
Yeah, you're not. Yeah,
I'm not on it right now.
yeah. So we expanded overnight, took the previous day's high on all three of the assets, and then the 6 o'clock 4 hour candle just expanded lower so far, which formed an hourly gap, which we are trading in right now. Still holding the 4 hour that we formed last night. We do have SMTs at the highs, and we have a small internal SMT at the lows. So waiting for 10 a.m. to see how this 4 hour candle closes and this hourly gap, seeing if we hold this hourly gap and potentially inverse the 4 hour, or if we start inversing the bearish PDRs that we formed after 6 o'clock. We do have a daily, unfilled daily gap on NQ, which is below the previous day's low, which we could also see as a potential TGIF retracement. Not like the week expanded super far, but pretty much the entire week. Each day this week was a green candle. So the retracement to previous day's low and that daily gap would be just a little bit below the TGIF level if we get the retracement. We did just take the 6 a.m. high on YM, and ES is approaching that as well. NQ is hesitating to get up there. But NQ starts splitting, and we hold that 4 hour going into 10 o'clock. Then we might just get the continuation to all-time highs. YM also is only 8 points away from all-time highs. So that's a possibility today. The low that we put in overnight doesn't have a good SMT with it, but YM and ES are delivering out of a small hourly gap. Let that move lower right at the open. We do have 10 a.m. news as well. NFP was canceled due to the government shutdown, but there is still PMI at 10, which is red folder, and it's not tentative. Yeah, it's at 10. I wonder if NFP is like rescheduled or if it's gonna be just a. Oh, it's actually set for next week.
Is it
Still says set tentative, but
set for next week?
it is on next Friday.
Dude, I got it. Just talking a higher pitch. I just figured
Calm
that out.
it.
Yeah, just talk like a girl and you sound normal. That probably doesn't sound normal.
No.
It just doesn't sound low if I do that.
I would honestly prefer that the SMT at the highs hold, and
We need to form one.
We have one already. With
Wine with the high?
Yeah.
On the high?
I'd actually prefer this S&T to hold because then we could
Well, geez, did you
get
see
a
that?
retracement time frame and not be trading all-time highs.
Did you see that down move?
That instant down move, yeah.
Wait, how do you do high pitch voice that sound nerdy? Wait. Nice.
So I'm expecting that, honestly, just that reaction is to be the high of the morning session here.
Those equal highs, you want them? Oh no, they're fucking. No, they're not equal.
Going into the day, I had the low of day, like the current low of day, marked out as a suspicious low because it's at around equilibrium with the range, and none of the assets actually took it. So it's just sitting there waiting. 4-hour candle closes in 15 minutes. Same with this hourly. I'm expecting, like, obviously based off the reaction in the S&T, I'd like that to be the high of the hourly candle. So the next hourly candle should probably just expand lower off of whether we form like a 5-minute gap or a 15-minute one block or something. And then that's what I'd look to trade. Depending on the RR, I would take most of it off the low day if it's a good R. And if it's a lower R, I'd run it to the previous day's low. Expecting that higher time frame retracement before getting the continuation back to all-time highs.
We had that yesterday. Hey, that's kind of why I was more bullish. But I was only bullish if we were holding the 4-hour gap. If we get the close below it, I'm not bullish anymore. Obviously. I honestly wanted the S&T with ES because ES was right there. It could have been good. If you look at the manipulation though, that is a pretty classic manipulation of London's high. Like that is a really good one. Like you have the accumulation, obvious manipulation, and catching that distribution lower would be obvious because you can target London low, which you leave relatively lows with at a point in retrace to a value gap, and then you can target the 4-hour. And then it just happens that New York Open is where we're gonna have to start chopping because we've already had that move and that was obvious. So now we need to wait for a little more confirmation for both biases. And that's where I stand, waiting for more confirmation.
Yeah, trade into this 3-minute change in state off the S&T. Just gonna mark that out. Do you want to see YM start to flip bearish though? Stop displacing higher for the bear scenario.
Oh, it's 15-minute candle closes, 5 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Well, would like to see that 4-hour get inversed or take anything, obviously.
I would wait for that. I'm waiting for ES to take London high here.
Also waiting for the news. Want that news to come out.
I'm a little waiting. Let me just trade before the news. It's funny, I totally still lean bullish, just I'm not bearish. Like the reversal looks somewhat bearish, but until it's actually confirmed for me, I'm sticking with the bullish bias. Like we have the bear hourly gap. Like to see shorts off of that makes sense, right? So I'm not unbiased to that completely, but I'm bullish until that bias is in effect. Just because the higher time frame hasn't confirmed anything of bearishness yet. Like this 4 hour drop lower could just totally be the all right, 6 a.m. opens, drops lower, kind of wicks reverses, 10 a.m. opens, then expands. That's a possible scenario. It kind of be like yesterday actually, except 10 a.m. took the low from 6. But if we got the 4 hour displacement lower though, closed, I'd be expecting 10 a.m. to continue lower. It also depends with this hourly imbalance, what we're doing, and if the SMT gets put in with ES here, and how we look on NQ at that point. I'm going to mark my TGIF levels because the week did have an expansion. Just want to see if they're met yet. Oh, shit. So our TGIF, the ICD concept levels align with a little bit below Asia low, and then working into just a discount of the range. They'll be right here. That and that. And we'll leave them up on there. Just need to get rid of the shade. So potential targets on the downside there. Asia low, and then where's the next? Yeah, so Asia low and those TGI levels are just between Asia low and the daily imbalance there. Like for me, I'm waiting for this candle, 50-minute candle to close, 4-hour candle to close, 10 a.m. news, and then I'm having my, it'll be more opinionated.
YM's now only like 40 points away from the all-time highs. So we'll see. Maybe we get a sweep of that, and then ES takes London high. See if NQ inverses that hourly or if it holds it. Eight minutes till this hourly closes. Okay, ES took London high. ES took London high. NQ hasn't moved, and YM's almost at all-time highs.
Okay. I don't know, these mics are kind of annoying having these issues every day.
Yeah. Probably the that thing.
Yeah. I mean, we could go buy a different one. I think it would work probably easier. Oh, it is even chopping out. It is doing the same thing it was doing with the highs. Yeah. Click, 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 click. Yeah. Fuck, it does the same thing. That's kind of annoying.
Okay, YM just took all-time highs. That move up.
Thank you is rejecting right there. YM just took all-time highs. It's going straight up, brother. These mics are pretty shit on this video. Like it's actually horrible. They're chopping too. You guys are gonna have to really bear with us on this. Just with these mics today. I mean, I am sorry for the quality on this. It's weird. I mean, for the past like 3 months, it wasn't really an issue, and it just kind of started with September. It actually did just start September. It's the first time we noticed it. I guess I never really checked before then, so maybe it's been an ongoing thing. But I from what I know, it started in September. Now we've got SMT at those highs with ES, right? Like that's something that I look at. Like that ES SMT way stronger. Maybe not way stronger, but I like it, and I weigh it a little bit heavier in Confluence than just with YM. Having it both or ES itself is definitely a lot better. So currently looking at the 4-hour candle, right? We open, take the eternal high, very shallow wick, but manipulation itself distributes lower, gets the retracement within the candle too, and then starts also heading lower. So it's like we've already done everything that we would need to see to, I guess, sell off to HS low into that daily gap.
Yeah.
We've got the 10 a.m. candle you would just expect to continue as long as we're closing below this 4-hour, which we've done enough dealing in where I would assume that we do close below it. Unless, of course, we are in just a seek and destroy day and we end up chopping all day, which would be a horrible way to end the Friday off. But if I'm going off the current structure, yes, this is now bearish. You've heard it from me, the one who was wanting to be bullish. This is bearish. There's actually higher expectation to the downside too. Like we can have better targets. We've got Asia low, we've got the TGIF levels, we've got the daily imbalance, which is also the unfilled 4-hour from yesterday, where there was that ST, but it's It's the daily gap now. So also equilibrium of the weekly range. Now, to get in this pre-news, sketchy. And,
I wouldn't be getting in pre-news. I'm looking at possibly like a
I was gonna say that.
2-minute gap or something.
I was gonna say that, but I was gonna say it's sketchy. But you might, it's gonna go down on news, which might just invalidate the trade at that point. A little unfortunate if it does that, but let's see what the Liam's getting a little bit rejection here. So
Yeah, so that far I'm gonna get numbers most likely.
never say. Wonder if I can try and fix the mics live. I've done everything. I've unplugged and plugged everything back in. It's not the microphones themselves. Maybe it's the cables. I don't know. Maybe it's the. I bet you it's the audio interface. That's pretty crappy though. We're gonna buy a Focusrite one.
So we're gonna in 2 minutes here. We're gonna get the 15-minute order block most likely paired with the 4-hour inversion.
We might as well just go all out and get this frickin' Scarlet Focusrite.
I wonder if we could return this one because it's like malfunctioning.
What was it? Like $50?
It was that cheap, really? I thought it was more.
I'd say I don't know if we could return it. We got the box. I think I've got the receipt. I should keep receipts. How do you write anything off if you don't have the receipts?
So yeah, expecting 10 a.m. to trade up into the 15-minute order block and possibly that 3-minute gap. And then I would look to trade out of there.
Is there a freaking Focusrite one that we can buy that's not $1,000? Ooh, you wait a long time. Meow. The thing is, we need a XLR plug-in here. 420? Boys, we're gonna be selling some crypto to buy this one. Like, there's no point in buying. Yeah, there wouldn't be a point in buying a cheaper one, because you're gonna buy another one anyway, because you freaking gets crapped on in the first place. Is there just one that's not as okay?
Okay. The 10 a.m. candle closes in 30 seconds.
A USB. Yeah. Okay, 4th generation 4i4.
Like honestly, taking the 3-minute gap and running it to, if you run it to low day, it's a 1 to 1. If you run it to previous day's low, it's 1 to almost 3.
I'll just be doing that then.
So I don't mind it.
3-minute gap is opening.
Okay, right there.
There's news, brother. Here's the news.
Oh yeah.
Here's what I said. I said, you better be careful. News might just invalidate all of the ideas. I gotta figure out my size here on that 3-minute gap. Three for the 3-minute gap. Get a big old 3 for that 3-minute gap. Wow. 3 contracts only. Imagine it doesn't get to that 3-minute gap.
Yeah, possibility.
I got a limit in there, brother. Put my limit in there. I really would want it to go up there before taking the low here.
It would make it a lot better, yeah.
See, I did think news would just have the one move lower, but I want it to be in. If I'm gonna admit it, I want it to be in pre-news. So I was like, it's sketchy to trade pre-news, but I wanted to be in before the news opens and dumps it.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
If it takes ages low, this is crappy, and I might remove my limit at that 3-minute gap. Okay, I'm moving my limit from that 3-minute gap to. It's gonna be the 5-minute gap. We're gonna miss the trade here, boys. So, if you're watching the live stream, I just advise you to just enter short right now and be the liquidity, please.
So like now I'd be wanting.
Now we're not going to get a trade. I've seen this pattern replay too many times.
I was looking like if so 10 a.m. opens and expands immediately. Really, if we continue to splice through here and get a retracement followed by more expansion, like I would take that. But we'll see. Yeah, we did sweep ages low, so we'll see how we react off there.
See, I'm bearish. Now, the entry that I would actually have taken had it not been news is just the 5-minute close. The 5-minute close is on when the news came out, so couldn't do anything there. But I'd look at that 5-minute change in state and be like, yeah, that's my change in state. So yes, now we're just watching as it probably runs right to the TP without filling it. I've actually still got an open limit. I'm at the investments.
I don't really want to see us actually retrace back above the 10 a.m. open now that we swept that low. I'd actually prefer if we just continue to sell off, don't take previous days low, form some sort of imbalance, and then get a retracement below 10 a.m.
We should trade to this 1-minute gap. That's where my limit is. So I'm trying to be in on this move. This is my trade, my expected distribution. No limit on the gap there. I've got too big.
ES got a nice reaction off that as well.
I've got an accidental too big of a limit. Wait, what? We trade to it?
What?
Did you say we got a nice reaction off that?
On ES off the SMT? That's
oh. I didn't hear you say ES. I gotta change my limit. I can't do that many contracts.
I am gonna wait to see if this 1 minute holds and then we get like an order block or something off. I'd probably take that.
I'm literally taking,
because in the case that we do end up getting the retracement above 10 a.m., then I'd want to wait for some more confirmation.
I'm actually so fine being tapped in right there. Oh my gosh.
The 2-minute
gap. Wait. You got traded. You would have traded to my limit on this one.
Traded to 2-minute gap.
What do you mean 2-minute gap? God dang. Oh, I didn't have it on 2-minute gap. I had an 1-minute gap. Jeez, I'm zoomed in, eh? Okay, I would prefer to be filled on that 2-minute gap, actually. I do think it would, give it one little push higher, but oh my gosh. Going on the 2-minute gap. It's on the 2-minute gap. It needs to retest the 2-minute gap. It needs to tap it one more time. Do not be a top tick. Okay, let's say if I just entered now, that's going to be a $32 difference. So I'm just waiting for the tap. But it's now the 2-minute. I've got it on where the 2-minute gap is, because it's a big difference for me. It's a nice $40-some difference. So the trade into there would be pretty nice. Mate, you can't do that. It can't do this to me though. If I was on the 2-minute, I would have put my thing there. Damn. Well, you didn't have a limit though, did you?
No,
you feel for me?
I want to be in this because I am confident in this, but it's just like, it's kind of weird, the entry. There's no like, if you're just getting in basically.
Oh, I'm actually gonna get mad. I'm fine if it fills me and stops me out. I want it to fill me.
So if this I'll get in if we trade into this this 1 minute gap and then get the 3 minute order block off of that. I'll take that as an entry. Yeah, because 10 a.m. news expanded lower, I don't really want to see us go back up. We do have the 15 minute
I
order
heard
block
something
there.
get tapped right there. Look at that one. We're tapped. We're ticked in. 88.50. 25, 88.50, boys. That 2 minute gap. Okay, well, I could have actually put it at the 1 minute gap and not got filled, actually. We're fine. The stop loss on this one is just above the 5 minute candle that was the change in state. I just, like, size wise, I don't think I could do less than that. So, it's a 2R to that daily gap.
Okay, YM getting a little bit of a push higher here.
Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. I'm looking to add on internal, but I don't get it.
Traded to a 3 minute gap actually as well.
This can't be a 2R. Oh, because I was supposed to do 2.5 contracts, right? Because how many point stop is that? 50 points. That's why. It's a 50 point stop loss. So, I'm top ticking, boys. I am top ticking. I am top ticking. Dude, if I talk in an Indian accent, do you think we'll get more viewers because we're Canadian? Alright, boys.
Oh, this is okay. So YM's getting a move higher. It might take the high from prior to 10 a.m.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you one thing now. Oh, my stop loss was too darn big and not in that much size.
Okay.
Like, I actually wanted it to get a little bit higher. I could get more size.
I want to take this. I just don't want to keep. I don't want to like try and chase here, and then it gets some sort of retracement. So I think I just gotta sit out now.
It's one of those. It was one of those days where I knew that you wouldn't get the entry on the retracement.
Oh, like if 10 a.m. would have just wicked into that 3 minute gap, we'd have been chunking right now.
Oh, that's why I got 2 audio cues. I had 2 tossed up X's open. Oh, damn, I'm not gonna make that much money though. Like, and I know it's not even about that. It's about taking the trade, but it's literally just an improperly sized trade because I was still sized for this big stop loss, allowing for the retracement. That's why I kind of have the big size here. You know, I'm hoping that there is an ad, and it is a very, very logical ad on the trade here. We've taken the 20. Oh, this is the 25%. 20.
Honestly, if YM takes the high prior to 10 a.m. and then NQ gets retracement to this lower 5 minute gap, I would take something out of there. Because we'd have SMT.
5 minute gap, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, if we get something out of that 5 minute gap, I'll take it.
Here's the thing, though. Why would we trade into the daily gap and then go higher? We've traded into that area with an SMT of that 4 hour gap from yesterday. Why would we go there to then go higher again, right? I'm gonna disregard YM here, but ES, right? Like, we traded to the gap, we were reacting. I mean, ES is still holding that 4 hour. If we inverse 4 hour, doesn't that mean we, in theory, go low?
Yeah, I think for the day, previous days lows in that daily gaps, like I'd probably just end it there.
916.
I'm just hoping I can get in here somewhere.
The full body close at the daily gap.
It doesn't feel like it's gonna get the retracement.
All right, I'm making it a coffee. Okay, this is gonna be a 3.5 hour.
I want to just take that.
I'm holding it. To
I want to just take that right there. Well, then we'd get internal, but we just traded to that 3 minute order block. Sucks when you your bias is printing and you're not in, but I don't want to chase her. Okay, YM took the high prior to 10 a.m., so we have another SMT there. I would really like if NQ got a retracement to that 5-minute gap. If anything, I think it's going to happen on the next 50-minute candle. We'll get a shallow retracement. Then I can actually look to frame a continuation out of the 15-minute wick. But then again, when you expand immediately at the open of a higher time frame candle, so like 10 opens and immediately expands lower, you're not going to get those deeper retracements that you're looking for. But if we trade to the 5-minute and then like a 3-minute order block or something, I'll take that. That'll be my trade. It's at Asia's low. It's retracing a little bit, yeah. The other reason I actually want to demand internal is because, yes, even though it rejected off London's high, it is now rejecting off of the 15-minute gap to the upside. So if it starts to disrespect the 5-minute change in state and starts displacing higher, and NQ gets a reversal, then we could be heading back to highs because now we do have SMT at the low a day. Obviously I don't want to see that, but if YM and ES fail to get a move lower here, then yeah. So 1 minute until this 15-minute candle opens. Ideally, it opens, shallowly trades into that 5-minute gap, and then it starts dumping right away.
So just whatever you were talking about, kind of scary. That you're talking about. If we were reverse right now, like what are you?
Because we do have SMT at the current low day, and on the daily chart, if this is the low of the day, then we would have formed a daily gap.
I'm fine. Just leaving it then.
That's why I want some solid internal here. I need to see YM and ES start displacing lower though after NQ gets this retracement.
Okay, so this trade is a break even. And then I wait for internal. Because like I'll try and catch. So if it's in an expansion, I'm trying to catch the expansion. If I'm watching it and then now we're in the retracement, I don't want to endure the retracement. I hope that makes sense. There'll be a re-entry with better risk. If it is still bearish, like he was saying, he's like, well, I don't want to be just taking it blindly. I want the internal model, which I totally agree with. That is how we trade. When you break it down, that's how we trade. So why endure the drawdown when you could take the break even?
So here's a retracement. We're in that 5-minute gap.
So in theory, at any point in time above my entry price, I could in turn have a better fill and less risk anyway. But I'm not doing that. I'm just watching for the internal model. If we were to reverse at 10, completely invalidate this lower gap, invalidate the 5-minute, and then somehow ES's logic here holds stronger than the Nasdaq's, then we'll get the because we got S&P low, we'll get the expansion, and ES is still holding that 4 hour. So that's why it's a caution. I think that's a screen time thing. I've seen it happen enough to know the break even on the trade. If we were to run, it would have been good. I would have been positioned for it. Now we got the 5-minute imbalances that I'm watching.
So yeah, like I'm looking to frame the 15-minute wick or the 50-minute candle. So it opens, immediately trades into this 5-minute and fills it. So now if we get a displacement leg lower, offering maybe the 5-minute or the 3-minute, if we offer the 3-minute order block, that's what I would take.
Yeah.
Then I'd be able to have a stop loss at this internal high inside the 5-minute, which is better risk, which is still a 1.7 R kind of thing.
Just watching ES though, it's going higher. It's not going lower.
ES needs to reject right now. If it takes internal high, then NQ is going to be inversing its 5-minute, and we're probably going to be going higher.
Go look for some longs if that happens. Because ES's buy at higher time frame is bullish. I would say that it is bullish, and then I'd say NQ is bearish. So technically, I'd be stating that they are discorrelated, decoupled, and then obviously it's not that good for trading. Whatever it is, though, my plan would be to take the internal high as the stop loss, and then ride it to the internal higher time frame internal range low, which would be the daily gap, but have hopefully better risk. Now what I would look for, preferably we're seeing ES work with NQ here. That's kind of what I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see ES displace. If ES isn't displacing, then it'll be bullish probably.
Yeah, if we got above 10 a.m. opening price and did some dealing up there and then reverse, it would be actually better. Yeah, I'm not too eager to try and get back into this trade either. Just because of ES here.
Like YM's just continuing to expand higher, so YM's continuing to expand higher, so it's not what we want to see. But NQ is getting a good reaction off of that 5-minute gap.
ES isn't moving. In this scenario, NQ is like so much more bearish, right? So any positioning on NQ in that case.
I just don't like how ES isn't flipping. Like even if NQ gets his close, but ES should follow.
So what do we got there for close? I'm about if we get the close, but it's just a 1-minute change in state.
I'll take the 3-minute change in state.
You're gonna take the sell side blast?
Well, I just don't want to take anything. Like we didn't get the 5-minute either. Good reaction off the 5-minute.
ES is off-putting. Off-putting. Internal SMT potentially. Maybe we get a little move higher to the. I'm not in this, but I just put that there to see the size. Maybe get equilibrium here. We have met at 20% weekly range retracement. pretty much ready to enter just based off of NQ here. Dude, the thing is, NQ's so weak. If ES gets any down movement, it's gone.
Yankees flushing.
It's at your targets. So I'm not in. I don't want it. It's definitely hard to trade it, knowing that you're pretty much gonna be in a consolidation, just with how ES looks. You can assume that because they're not moving together. They're discorrelated. They're decoupled. That's a new term people use. They're coupling them up.
Like Lions just not stopping either. But I mean, I would expect NQ to get the move lower.
Slight bit discorrelation. Okay, well now I am fumbling because I could have had a good fill on this trade. If I didn't get break even. I only went break even because I was like, I'll get a better entry. This just isn't my entry now. Yeah, like now I can't take it. So I need the internal sleep. I need confirmation. I'm actually fine with that break even because there, hasn't even been an internal model that would lead me to then be in shorts. Ah, my coffee is done. That is what that sound is.
So we traded back to the 10 a.m. opening price. We're gonna inverse this 5-minute gap in 3 minutes. potentially.
See, mate, look at that. I knew it. There's your manipulation. S&P.
Yeah, there's no S&P there.
How is there not S&P with the S?
Oh my, isn't digging.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, now I get it. Yes, it didn't take it. That's pretty much S&T though. Anybody in the live stream? Anybody watching this torture with the mic? It's funny how we get chop every day without fail after 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So you can long, you can long, you can short. Can you?
Honestly, don't really like shorts at the moment either.
You can long, you can short. How come you can't trade consolidation? How come you can't buy something or sell something and like you make money because it's consolidating? Why can't you bet on that? You probably can. Go to Polymarket and be, will the Nasdaq close within this range? And if you expect it to consolidate, you'd be like, yeah, it's going to close within this range. And you'd be right. Now we've got that S&T, as in ES has taken that high there. So
I mean, just ES looks like it inverts the hourly gap,
it looks bullish.
and then it opened at 10 trade into the 50-minute gap, and then is expanding away.
Yeah, so is S&T with previous day low your manipulation for your higher prices?
Potentially, yeah.
Well, then why aren't we reversing?
Yeah, so then it might, but like YM is just absolutely pumping. ES is slowly grinding higher.
YM slightly less.
Honestly, now if I'm gonna take a short, I'd want the like I almost want the retracement to that higher 5-minute gap.
Number one. Just a drop of water. I'm watching Tau Trades. Friday Freaky Puckery. He's in shorts. Like, he got 744 people watching. How does he have so many people? He posts his live streams videos, I. Oh wait, no, I'll know. No, he posts trade recaps. Yeah, he just does live stream trade recaps when he wins.
The reversal, if we are bullish, the reversal at the low is terrible.
That's what I said. I was like,
That's nasty.
You haven't confirmed anything. How long has he been streaming for?
Wow.
Two years ago. He already had a Discord when he started streaming. Or, no. Yeah, and then 2 years ago he started streaming. But he's getting 100 views. 100 live stream views on his first videos. On his first live streams. One of these videos. Oh, I'm green today, actually. $1.50. Alright, I would just really prefer to end the week up more than $500. Should we just end the live stream because the mics are fucked anyway?
I mean, it's just
It's been a whole hour. Nothing much happened. If the mics were fine, I want to keep live streaming, but we haven't had anybody tune in anyway, and the mics are crap, so I don't want this to be a good I don't want this to be alive.
Well, it's kind of weird. Like the reversal at the lows isn't the best, so we'd probably have to wait another.
Oh no, I'm definitely waiting for shorts.
Well, I don't really want to short when YM and ES are just pumping, failing to react off the SMDs. So I'm fine ending it, taking the early weekend.
Taking an early weekend. Well, you just slammed one trade this week. That's it.
Yeah, it's been slow as shit. There was one day that.
Well, you missed the trade on.
I think it was Tuesday. We both did. I thought.
No, on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday was a misread. Yesterday there was no.
Well, yeah, pretty much Tuesday and Wednesday were both mistrades actually. No, Tuesday was shit. Wednesday there was a mistrade.
Wednesday mistrade. Thursday was also just chopped a little bit. We wanted the shorts to 4-hour gap, which it did get.
Kind of. I took a loss yesterday, but that's small. It was half size loss. I actually took 3 trades. One was break even, 2 were small losses. So.
Well, I wanted shorts, but the internal structure was just so choppy that when I finally wanted to enter the trade, ES has already taken the low, and I was like,
It actually looked like this scenario, but we took this high instead of doing. So yesterday we just put equal high, and then dunked. Today we took it. It's like right now. That's the same kind of scenario yesterday. Unfilled imbalance, sell side lower, weaker pair, manipulation higher, and then this is right when like YM was getting the short, or no, YM was like the short was like here on YM, and then it's like you get another internal sweep. Like let's say you get this reversal. ES is possible for the reversal here.
Well, NQ traded to its 15-minute order block and small 15-minute for value gap. But I mean, we're gonna inverse this lower 5-minute. So it would need like an instant reaction off of that if I'm going to consider anything, but I think I'm just going to call it here. Unless we, I don't know, I was going to say manipulate the internal low, but.
Should we try to make a new thumbnail for the live stuff?
That doesn't matter.
Or like start the first YouTube video? Just filming it or something?
Alright, I think we're just by pump. Manipulated the current low a day. So Asia's low.
You only say we're about to pump because we have one big up candle.
Let's look at the hourly. That candle closes in 20 minutes. That does not look like a continuation lower.
Well, I was saying ES is fully going to run out those highs. ES looks bullish as shit. NQ still looks bearish. There's a little bit of Tyler trades got stopped. That's what happened. A little bit of a discorrelation between the two. And that just means don't really trade. What if you took like GTA or like a form of a game like that and made it like this? So like all your characters are like this, like animals, like it's like Zootopia mixed with like GTA or something. Yeah. And there's like drugs and like everything like GTA has, but like not quite GTA, but then with these characters. So I mean, what you ask yourself is, if ES was bearish, or if NQ was bearish, why would it fail to deliver lower right here? Right there. Why would it fail to deliver lower? Right. That means you might be not as bearish. Also, you could wait for this potential retracement for then this entry, because there's still the S&T. ES it's totally possible for ES to get this down move here. It's just a real overextended S&T. It's just the premium one, right? NQ's way more bearish than that. Like NQ's 2-stage S&T here, like with London high S&T and then internal S&T. So we're way more bearish. Way more. 15-minute gap up here too. 15-minute gap, 5-minute gap. I think it's fine to inverse that lower one you now have in the having the hourly, having the 4 hour, inverse rally up we're trading into, to expect it also to still go lower. The thing would be like NQ inversing this 15-minute. I would have no excuse but to be bullish at that point. We would have the SMT at Asia low off of the 20% retracement TGIF level. So current low SMT, kind of like day was that? I can't think off the top of my head. Let me just go for Friday from, let's just go for Friday from last week. All right, at lunch pump. Look at it. Look at it. This is last week's Friday on a 15-minute. Yeah. Look, so we dump off of open, right? And at 10 a.m. is dumping. All right, they're taking out the current low of the day. Take out the current low of the day. Probably SMT there. I don't know. Can't do that. Does not. Here, wait, here's shorts, dude. Here's the shorts, dude. Golden call out. I just sauced it your way. We're still live, so everybody in the live stream's also got the golden call out. If we get the inverse, I guess.
I don't know.
Got Mr. Skeptic over here.
Well, YMNES is not reversing at all. So it's like I don't want to take I don't want to take a 3-minute inversion right away. Especially with the way that hourly candle's looking.
15 minutes. A lot can happen in 15 minutes. Look at the first dump. You didn't even need to answer that, dude. I guarantee you that is a scammer. The only way shorts actually play out is if we get good displacement here. And I don't think that's going to happen. I was just saying those shorts just to joke around. Look at Big Char, bro. He's literally taking every. Look at that. Like he's slamming grades on 30-second versions. Pre-news, keep in mind. That's the wicked part. No, but he's done it for 3 days. I mean, hey, where are the executions? Right? They're not in any other day though. Is he trying to say he's top ticking? Wait, how much is he up there? Oh no, this isn't right. Did he? I think he risks like $500. That's not right. Yeah. 500 for a 6 hour.
Yes, you probably did lighter size. Which I mean,
or his fills here. If his fill over there.
Yeah.
He just didn't want to post the big. Because isn't it hindsight to say you catch that 30-second inversion there?
A little bit.
He's taking it off at these lows too. Not even the actual sell side. I like his strategy though. Just like how we would trade, but like super zoomed in and just every manipulation, like trying to do it. But it's a slow day and a bad live stream. The mics are kind of messed up. Got the. I really wish we need an audio technician. That's what we need. We need to be able to somebody that fixes the issues right in the moment. See, it said 2 people were watching. I joined in. So it should make it 3. Because I didn't have it up when it said 2. Yeah, I didn't have it up when it said 2. So I don't know why it said 2, but it didn't change to 3, so. You know what we should start filming that video. Yeah. You sound unsure about that.
Nope. Yeah, I wouldn't take the 3-minute version. I
would take the 3-minute version. It's got 2 minutes though, so.
Yeah, I'm not taking it just because of Wyman and ES. They're not bearish at all.
Okay, I'm actually willing to take this trade here. What's my... Put some music on. Just need some like ambience. Yeah. I would take that. NQ's definitely weaker than the other asset. It is funny that YM did have a tear. 400 points. 400 YM points though. That still is a big move. Still a really big move. Do a minute until this 3-minute gets the closure here. Just pull up to the 1 minute. Let's see what we got here. 3.28 R to that south side there. Gotta do 4 contracts on the 3-minute inversion. Wonder if we'll get it. Let's text. 18 seconds. 5-minute also, hold on. 5-minute for value got close the tick. Any down movement on this candle, and that's the inversion here. It didn't get the inversion. Are you kidding me? We've just got the 1-minute inversion to play off of. How did the 3-minute not get inversed? That's kind of wicked. I mean, hey, it might be telling us something. Yo. Waiting for that 3-minute to get that close.
Is it inversing?
No. I was gonna get in on the inverse. I didn't get the inverse though.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the reverse structure, so we could trade down there, but I don't like that reaction.
The live stream sounds so shitty. I'm like listening to it, and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. I really wish it wasn't the mics are messed up.
Why don't we just end the stream then?
Yeah, we can end the stream. I was just looking for the short there, but considering they're somewhat failing to Optune, then yeah, okay, we're gonna end the stream. I guess that's the weekend. That's the week. I mean, it's the weekend. So if you're a trader, go improve. That's pretty much all I can say. Weekends are pretty boring, besides the fact that you could do something else productive. Why did all my drawings just disappear from that chart? Oh, there we go. Okay, it timed out. Yeah, we'll catch you on Monday, hopefully, with some better price.
So we have NFP week next week, part 2.
Yes. NFP still kind of came out today. I'm kidding. All right, the collective is out. We're gonna start working on a YouTube video for you guys.